YouTube. What's good, YouTube? Let me go ahead and like the video. It's your boy Kid the Freak. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because it's free. As y'all can see, bro, we got 3 disturbing true trucker horror stories, my nigga. First thing first. Y'all know what to do. What should y'all do first, huh? How what to do first? What to do first? I'm gonna let y'all decide, Nick. Like the video. What to do second? If you know, nigga, subscribe, man. Y'all gonna love it here though. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like I said, I got a song dropping on all platforms Friday, man. For the ones who know I do music, nigga, I get busy on the mic, man. I get busy. I don't even gotta try, but I really get busy. You better ask your boy Jay, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Ask gang. You know what I'm saying? Boy Jay like family, ask him. That nigga seen me record, nigga. Only family see me record, nigga. He seen how I get in that studio, boy. Shit easy to me, boy. I don't write nothing. Nigga, I go in there and say how I feel, nigga. Simple! I say no, all my niggas right up. Niggas better watch out. I know we gon' blow it up. No cap, you hear me? But you know what I'm saying? Let's get into the whole stories, man. Y'all love when I do scary videos. So I'm coming at y'all with a Mr. Nightmare, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Nightmare. It's just his rights, not mine, bro. YouTube, I just want you to know that, bro. I'm a reaction. I do reactions, nigga. I do IRL and I do music, bro. Chill. Chill on me, twin. Chill on me. Y'all talking about God? Chill on me, God. You feel me? I'm excited for the football season to come back, bro. It's just like, it's a lot of things that's finna happen this year, bro. We got college football gaming. We got college football real life, nigga. We got NFL real life, nigga. Oh my God. We got BO6. I'm finna go crazy. Grab your popcorn and shit, though. It's finna be 3. I'm doing all 3, nigga. I'm doing all 3. No cap.
I've been a trucker for close to 15 years now. This happened to me in 2017. I was driving an overnight haul through the Mojave Desert in California, headed for a destination in Arizona. I think I was delivering appliances, I don't really remember. It was pitch black darkness in every direction. The headlights on my semi were really dim at the time, and I had been putting off getting them fixed forever. Usually I couldn't tell the difference, but since
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm on a truck, bro, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you, my nigga. Bro, I swear to God, truck driving at night gotta be the most scariest thing, bro. Cause like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta make sure you filled up on gas, bro. You gotta make sure you just good in general, bro. Truck driving is risky, bro. They be driving for fucking 24 hours and shit, bro. These folks be driving for damn near 2 days, nigga, sometimes, bro. I be like, God damn, they be stopping to goddamn rest and shit, but I can't stop and sleep on the side. It's just not in my DNA, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's not in my DNA. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's not in my DNA to sleep in no truck on the side of the road. I can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be a $1.50. I don't trust nobody that much, bro. Then you talking about your lights, damn, bro. You tweaking, man. If you don't got down, bro, you should have got them lights fit before your ass there, boy. You knew them motherfucker with that. Nigga, I swear to him. Cause, bro, if you can't see out there in the dark, bro, you're toasted, bro. And then you probably got, bro, why is you truck driving? What do you have in the back of your truck, bro? It's probably important.
Basically no other cars on the road. It was much more obvious. I remember having to strain my eyes every few minutes.
I promise you, bro, I'd be terrified, nigga.
That could have been a horror story in of itself. I was debating pulling over for a couple hours and waiting for sunrise, but I didn't want to waste my time. I desperately needed the money at the time, so I kept driving, even though it wasn't fully safe. I figured since it was basically a straight line, it would be okay.
Hey, it ain't on the other side of the road,
It was about an hour before sunrise when I saw something approaching fast in the distance. Worried about hitting an animal, I slammed on the brakes. As my truck screeched to a stop, I realized what was in front of me. A car with its hazards on. The weird thing was that it was in the exact middle of the road, like literally on the double yellow. What was even weirder was that the passenger door was wide open.
Hey, go past that nigga, bro. Go past him
before hitting it.
Go past him, bro.
Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty fearless guy, and I know my way around a bar fight. Because of this, I wasn't really scared when I saw the car. I was more curious than anything.
What do you mean you curious?
Thought maybe someone needed to jump or something.
That's all problem, bro. That's all problem. What you mean nigga need to jump? What do you mean? Fuck ain't that, bro? Nigga be, bro, he's dead center in the middle of the road, bro. He's on a double yellow, bro. That's not saying, bro. If a nigga know his car finna crash, like a pull over, he needs to jump. Bro, he's gonna get on the side of the road, bro. You can put your car in neutral and push it to the side, bro. Dead ass, bro. You can put your car in neutral and push it to the side, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, if you by yourself, how you gonna turn that bitch, though? I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of tough. Unless you just turn it real, like you just turn it and then push it. Like, bro, there's ways around it, bro. This man is on a double yellow. Something wrong with that nigga. Something wrong with him.
So I reversed the semi and pulled over.
Something ain't right in his nugget, bro.
I thought about throwing some flares down.
Right in his nugget,
decided against it since I hadn't seen a single other car on the road besides this
one.
You
talking about your kids. They go around.
I got out of my truck and made my way over to the
car. You already
car.
can't see, boy.
It was a warm, still night. I remember thinking how strange it was that there was almost no wind. It was also really quiet that night. The faint click of the hazards was the only sound in what felt like the entire desert. I got a little closer to the car. I vividly remember that it was a new-looking red Ford Fusion. I approached the car a little cautiously. Like I said, the passenger door was wide open. I walked around the car and stopped in my tracks. It was completely empty. I made sure of it too. Checking the back seat and anywhere someone might be laying down.
And then, bro, I ain't gonna keep pausing. Bro, you checking the back seat to him, bro? You doing too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. See, this I'm telling y'all, but there'll be a lot of folks problem, but they don't mind their business, bro. What you checking this man back seat, bro? The door wide open. You think I'm finna go in the car, though? Well, I don't know what behind me. And it's plate back dark. You think I'm finna go in the car, though? Stay man, right that truck went around his ass. Oh, me.
There was literally no one inside. All of a sudden, I was much less sure about the situation. I was expecting someone to need help of some sort, maybe even someone who took a nap in a really dumb spot. I certainly wasn't expecting this, though. The car was literally empty. I cast a few glances over my shoulder, feeling a lot more uneasy now. I kept whipping my head around, looking in every direction.
Back in that truck.
I felt like someone was going to charge me or something. The problem was, it was so dark that I couldn't see that far in front of me.
I didn't get away.
Except for what was lit up by my truck's headlights. It was eerie. I waited a while longer, thinking about getting back in my truck and forgetting about this whole thing. Someone was out there, somewhere. Against my better judgment, I decided to keep investigating. I looked inside the car, but everything seemed completely normal. The key was even in the ignition,
pissing me off.
Though the engine was turned off. I got back out of the car and made my way over to the trunk.
Man, I want to play detective, but you ain't no detective. You ain't no detective.
I went to open it, but it wouldn't budge. Locked. I grabbed the key out of the ignition and unlocked the trunk. Still, though, the thing wouldn't budge. It was jammed from the inside somehow. I opened the back door.
Hold on, what my shit at? This nigga going to the car. Nigga going to call ID. Nigga going to call ID. Why you don't sit your goof ass? Boy, you don't goddamn get your ass back in that truck, boy. Boy, you ain't no detective, boy.
To my surprise, it actually opened. There were 3 squished garbage bags back there, along with a rope that was tying the trunk closed. I remember glancing one more time over my shoulder before reaching for them. The coast was clear. I must have been within 5 inches from one of the bags when the loudest gunshot I've ever heard rang out into the night.
Oh shit!
I slammed my head on the roof of the car.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Why the fuck did that shit just make me jump low key, bro? I didn't expect this nigga to do no gunshot sound, bro. Oh man, this nigga just got me jumping. I didn't expect this man to do no gunshot sound, bro. Let me make sure my mind working, bro, cause I be tending to hit it out sometimes, bro. I didn't expect this man to do no gunshot sound, bro. Bro, that shit just low key scared the fuck out of me, my nigga. This nigga said gunshot sound, bro. This nigga did the sound effect. My nigga.
The car in shock.
This nigga just scared the shit out of me, my nigga.
I threw the keys on the front seat and got out of the car as fast as I could. As I was climbing into my semi, I heard a grungy voice.
Telling y'all, bro, y'all don't understand the scary stories, bro. Nigga, once you got down, nigga, it's a nigga. This shit in your earphones, bro, this shit loud as hell. Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Yelling in the distance.
Loud as hell in my ear.
He yelled hey a bunch of times, and his voice seemed to be quickly approaching.
I scrambled into the semi and turned it on.
I threw it in gear as fast as I could. I remember cursing a bunch of times as the engine initially stalled, and that's when I saw it. As my truck began pulling out, I saw a person standing at the trunk of the car. It was a short, husky guy with red hair.
Well, got that fire, boy.
Overalls
you done,
and
boy.
shin-high boots.
I ain't know how you get away.
In his left hand,
I'm interested to
he
hear
was holding
this.
a small shovel. In his right, though,
oh, you talking about digging something up?
Hunting rifle.
Oh yeah, he getting ran over. He getting ran over tonight. Head down, ran over on bro.
I remember him not looking crazy or anything.
Tell you,
he had this worried look on his face. As I passed him, he
wait. I just thought about it, bro. Nigga, you said he had a shovel 100 rifle when you heard a gunshot? Oh, this nigga burying somebody, bruh. Bro, this nigga burying somebody. Dead ass, bro. Like he dead ass probably burying somebody, bro. He probably kidnapped somebody, for real.
His shovel and started waving his hands.
Cause he had a shovel, bro.
He yelled wait a few times, but I wasn't staying there another second.
Me either.
As I drove away,
Wait,
I watched in the rearview mirror as he ran after my truck for a few seconds before sprinting back to his car. It was clear he wanted me to stop, but there was absolutely no way I was going to do that.
Imagine you got in that car and just started chasing your
I
ass.
stepped on it, pushing the semi much faster than I should have. I drove for like 5 minutes and started to think I was in the clear.
I would have
But
pushed that
then I
bitch.
saw headlights fast approaching behind me.
I told you, boy. I knew you gonna check your ass, boy.
Than I've ever felt in my
Bro,
entire
I'm running that
life.
nigga ass off the road. I'm
I
telling
called
you,
the
boy. I'm
police
not
and
playing
told
with that
them what
boy.
happened to the best of my ability. That's when the car was basically right on my tail. It started honking like crazy at me. I honestly didn't know what to do, so I just kept driving, praying
Tell
to
you,
God
bro.
he wouldn't try and ram me. After like 15
Bro,
minutes
what
of
you
this,
mean, bro? You can
he
ram
cut in
him,
front
bro.
of
You
me
in a
and hit his
fat-ass truck.
brakes, forcing me to slow down.
What you
I
mean?
was just about to crash
What
into
you mean? Boy, I'm hitting that nigga, boy.
him when finally some flashing police lights appeared ahead. The Ford veered off to the right and sped into the desert, disappearing from sight. I pulled over and waited for the officer to show up. I frantically told him what had happened, but the useless cop decided to get a report from me rather than chase the guy down. I was so pissed about that.
Well, you been
I told the guy
bro,
like
this nigga
twice
talking
that
about
he could probably
Yeah,
catch
talking
up
about
to him
he
if he
went
left
he
now.
went in front of me, bro.
The
What?
cop told me not to worry and that they'd do a thorough search as soon as backup arrived. He sent me on my way and said they'd call me if they ever had an update for me. They never did. None of my buddies have a story this crazy, and I've told it more times than I can count. I know what you're probably thinking. That guy was definitely burying bodies.
Yeah.
That doesn't really explain why he had such a small shovel, or why he tried to follow me. The bags in his
Nigga,
trunk...
he tried to follow you because you were witness, nigga. That's why he tried to follow you. You in here stopping at a car that got headlights on and everything in the middle of nowhere. Keep your ass going. And then you talking about ram you off the road, but you in a big ass truck, nigga. If you don't hit this nigga ass off the road, twin. Like, no cap, you in this in a fat ass truck, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't, bro. I'm hitting that nigga clean off the road, bro. Simple. I gotta stop saying N-word, bro. I'm hitting Buddy clean off the road. Simple, bro. Like, it's that simple, gang. I ain't playing with that nigga, car. I ain't playing with Brody. It's a habit, man. Fuck!
We're also too small for that, although some of my buddies think he might have done some dismembering. For my own sanity, I like to think that he was burying
Man,
some
cut
other
in front
kind
of you,
of
you gonna
animal.
stop, nigga. You cut in front of
Putting
me,
a
boy. You
diseased
getting ran
dog out
over
of his
clean,
misery,
boy. I ain't playing,
or
boy.
some dangerous snakes. I really have no idea. Either way, I've never been totally comfortable driving through deserts late at night after this experience.
Now, that first story was crazy. Ain't gonna lie. But you almost got yourself. Trying to be
I'm sure
detective.
you've
you ain't
seen some of
detective,
the more
boy.
modern videos online.
You see,
where
detective
truckers
ain't
will
wanna get in
document
that.
their
You
daily
see it.
routines and provide tips for each other. Or maybe you haven't. But being as I'm on the younger side in this industry, every time I open TikTok or YouTube Shorts, that's all I see. I won't get into it, but I had to drop out of a pretty prestigious university for some personal reasons, and people always tell me I could have been more than a trucker. It's honestly not a bad gig, though. I've been making deliveries for north of 2 years. Obviously, the only strenuous part of the job is the long hours. You can never truly gauge how the isolation will affect you without experiencing it firsthand. My only advice would be to make peace with whatever demons might be lurking in your subconscious, because they'll definitely eat at your brain in the lonely hours. That's what happened to me, anyway. This happened to me 3 months after getting employed by my first company.
Sound like you need some help, bro. That's what it sound like. Talking about you find demons by yourself, but you need some help. You need some help. That's what it sound like to me. You sound like you need a hospital.
I was basically as new in this trade as one could get. I was driving from southern New Jersey to Lafayette, Indiana, a 12-hour drive. 12 hours driving might not seem that crazy,
they be driving
but
crazy.
factor in
Nah,
the
that's
fact
crazy.
that I just completed an 8-hour trip.
That's
that
crazy.
should put things into perspective. I wanted to get deliveries done as quickly
12
as
hours
possible,
ain't crazy. That's crazy.
so I opted to drive through the night.
It's half a
Get
day.
to Lafayette just before 3 a.m.
Things were going smoothly. There were virtually no other cars on the road, so I was able to push the semi a little faster than normal.
About halfway through the drive, I remember reaching down at the center console to chug a Red Bull, but there weren't any. Of course, I had forgotten to restock my truck after completing my previous delivery. After slapping my dashboard a few times, I groaned in frustration, knowing I'd have to stop somewhere. There was nothing I hated more than having to make stops during my drives. I might be unique in this, but I always get exponentially more tired when my vehicle is immobile, even if I'm only stopped for like 20 seconds.
Man, I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop, man.
I
Like, if
figured
I'm on the
I had
road,
no choice.
nigga, I ain't gonna
Either
lie.
fall asleep on the road,
getting everything
or
I
stop
need, bro.
and get an energy drink.
I'm gonna make sure I get
In my
everything I
brain,
need, bro.
those
I ain't
options were
stopping.
pretty much equivalent. Reluctantly, I pulled into the first service stop I saw.
Definitely not no city I don't know.
I had literally
Hell
no clue where I was. Probably somewhere in Ohio at this point. Too late, I realized
Nobody
this
could be in
wasn't
the
actually a
trenches in
service
Ohio
stop.
way.
It was what looked like an abandoned gas station and a repurposed convenience store. I'm not sure if there's any better way to describe it. Either way, it looked like there was another quick stop store not far up the road, so I figured I'd go there if anything.
I parked the Semi and made my way over to the first convenience store.
To be completely honest, I was expecting one of two things to happen. Either the place would be open, or the door would be locked. You can imagine my surprise then, when the door swung open into a pitch-black store. I looked around, hoping maybe I'd get lucky and there would be a drink or snack left behind. Just before I was about
Bro, this nigga said he went in a pitch black store. Talking about hopefully he... Bro. Nigga, how you gonna see the drink? It's black! You ain't got no light in that motherfucker. Nigga, if ain't no light in the store, nigga, I know something wrong. And it's open. You think I'm finna dead ass go in the store with the lights off and it's open, cuz? Nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's daytime. I'm not doing that shit.
to turn around, my eyes adjusted to the darkness.
Swear to
I
God.
picked up on a faint glow emanating from the corner of the room. I made my way over to it, and the glow turned out to be coming from a
I'm not
back
doing
room
that, bro.
of some sort. Curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the door slowly. To my pleasant surprise, there was a plugged-in refrigerator against the wall. Eagerly, I opened the door, but found nothing. Literally nothing. The shelves had literally been removed.
What?
Like the whole
Somebody
appliance
they
had
got
been
robbed in
gutted.
that bit. They got robbed.
As I was shutting the
Don't
door,
about your business,
I was
they got
90%
robbed.
certain I heard a clatter from the main room,
They done got robbed.
like something hitting the floor. I froze for a good 10 seconds. Had I imagined it? There was no way. Quietly, I walked back into the main room and looked around. Nothing. Part of me wanted to keep investigating. I didn't have time for
All
this,
these
though.
detectives,
I
man.
walked out the entrance door and basically
LAPD! LAPD!
It was open, thank God. I paid for my drink and made it back to my truck. Something about this whole stop felt wrong. I needed to get back on the road as soon as possible. I took one last glance at the abandoned store and noticed the door was now open. I was 100% positive I had shut it behind me. It wasn't my job to figure out what was going on here, though.
So I started the engine and merged my Semi back onto the highway.
Type shit.
The caffeine started kicking in and snapped me out of my tired haze pretty quickly. My mind began to wander, and I started thinking about how bizarre that whole thing had actually been. I guess a squad or an abandoned building wasn't the strangest thing in the world, but my brain
that's pretty
couldn't
strange,
explain
bro.
that refrigerator no
I
matter
ain't
what
gonna lie.
theory I thought
That
of.
shit kind of strange, man.
I tried to forget about it and kept driving.
100%.
It was then that I started noticing weird movements in the curtain behind me. Sweat started dripping down my forehead. I watched in the rearview mirror as the curtain seemed to billow and move, even though I didn't have the air on. I thought the
No
worst.
way somebody got in their truck,
There was
bro.
someone in my truck.
There's no way.
I didn't have any weapons on me or anything, so I discreetly punched in the nearest police station on my phone. The drive there was the most tense and horrifying 20 minutes of my life. I kept imagining that person reaching out to grab me or trying to crash my truck. Finally, I approached the police station
I stopped the Semi as close as I possibly could get.
and basically ran over to the police station. In seconds, my truck was surrounded by police, and after I opened the back, what I saw will stay with me for life. The police pulled out 3 homeless-looking people, 2 men and 1 woman. They were wearing rags and were wrapped in nasty-looking blankets. One of the men was armed with 2 switchblades. All 3 of
damn.
them refused to talk, but stared menacingly at me as they were getting cuffed.
God damn.
I have no idea what they wanted. I don't think I'll ever know.
They just wanted somewhere to probably lay their head and shit, for real, for real. That ass. I think I'd rather be in story 2 than story 1, though. I ain't gonna lie, story 1 is kind of crazy. Actually, nah, story 1, all he had to do was just keep driving. He wanted to be nosy. So I say I'd rather be in story 1, story 2. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of did go in a fucking dark story, bro. Both of y'all's tripping.
My name is Kevin.
I ain't gonna lie.
I've been a trucker for varying companies for the better part of 15 years now. Things have become pretty routine at this point. Pick up the goods and materials, verify them for
Y'all thought we was finna do all 3? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Did I get to it? We ain't doing all 3, but be honest. I just got you though tonight.
accuracy and deliver them as instructed. We're not paid by the hour, so efficiency is the most important thing in this line of work. For someone like me who's been doing this forever, I like to think I can outwork all these young guns that are snapping these jobs up. This isn't always great though. Usually I push myself to the absolute limit when it comes to functioning on barely any sleep.
Push it
4 years
to
ago,
the limit,
I was working for a warehouse based in
what
North
song is that
Dakota. For anyone who doesn't know, North Dakota is one of the flattest states,
I don't remember.
which makes trucking a little easier. This also meant that skipping out on a few hours of sleep could mean the difference between employment and getting the sack.
It was a chilly Tuesday morning in May.
The beginning of the week meant that more loads needed to be shipped, which meant more work for me. I wanted to knock it all out in one shot, so I traced my route into Montana accordingly, planning on not stopping even once to sleep.
What's that,
I
Montana?
hit the road a few hours after lunch, expecting to reach my
Montana.
destination very early the next morning. I pushed the semi as much as possible, doing maybe a couple over the speed limit. It was getting late, and I remember rubbing the crust from my eyelids as the clock ticked past midnight. I was having trouble keeping my eyes open, but I only had about an hour left in this drive, so I gritted my teeth and kept going. My buddy Tristan, who was also
Man,
a
you don't
trucker,
suck that shit up, finish that
introduced
hour,
me
boy.
to smelling salts when I first started out.
Get that hour, nigga.
If you don't know, smelling salts are basically some kind of crystals in a little bottle. One sniff and you're wide awake. You had to be careful though. Too
Nigga on crack, bro. Sound like crack. It don't sound like no. We ain't crack though.
many back-to-back uses could be dangerous, or at least that's what Tristan told me. They burn your nose a little bit, but whenever I need
That's not crystals. That's crack. I ain't gonna lie. That's what it sound like to me. That's what it sound like. You feel me? I watch a lot of Power and shit, nigga. I know what that shit, you know what I'm saying? No, hell nah, nigga. That ain't no crystals.
a boost, I'd reach
That
for the
is another
smelling
word.
salts first. This was one of those times. I took a big whiff and shot my head back, my reflexes taking over. I felt the adrenaline course through my body, and I hoped the feeling would last the rest of the drive.
Boy, up there, baby.
A half hour shot by, and I was really struggling. I felt myself start to doze off, and the blare of my truck drifting into the shoulder jolted me awake. This was getting dangerous, I thought. I had to pull off. I was all alone on the highway, but there was nowhere to pull off. There was just woods on either side of me. I slowed the truck down, searching desperately for somewhere to
We
pull
only
over.
got 30 minutes, bro.
At this low speed, my headlights pierced through the darkness, and I was able to see a lot more. As I looked around, I saw something that confused me. There was a purple dress lying in the middle of the road. What the hell? I thought, rubbing my eyes.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Was I
Whoever
hallucinating?
headlights on this video,
I
bro.
blinked
I
like
ain't gonna lie,
6
that's
times
dangerous,
just to
you
make
can't
sure I
see
wasn't
shit.
going crazy.
You get new headlights,
It
son.
was real. I approached the dress with my truck and stared at it as I rolled by. In hindsight, this should have been more of a red flag, but I think I was just too exhausted to process what was going on. About 200 or so yards away, I passed a pair of shoes. Now I was starting to freak out. What the hell was going
dress and
on?
some shoe.
I passed the shoes, praying to God there would be a place to pull off soon. My old man, David, was a super religious guy, so I clutched his old cross and hoped he would come through for me. A little further up the road, I saw a bunch more random clothing, some of which looked like little kids' clothing. This time I stopped the truck. The panic started to set in. Something was very, very wrong.
Something ain't right, bro.
I sat in the driver's seat with the truck at a standstill.
I ain't turning into
I was
detective.
expecting something to happen,
Can I talk, my nigga? Goddamn, nigga, keep speak. I ain't turning into detective though. It ain't
but it
gonna
never
happen.
did. So I did what my instincts told me to do. I stepped out of the truck and went to inspect the clothing.
What you mean?
Still
Yo,
remember the
instincts.
feeling of the chilly morning
instincts
air
weird, boy.
piercing
My instinct would've
skin,
said,
which
"Keep the fuck
definitely helped
going."
my exhaustion.
Keep going.
I approached the pile as cautiously as I could.
Oh, bro.
It was indeed kids' clothing. It looked like there were both boy and girl pieces of clothing in the pile. I looked around into the woods, but I couldn't see much of anything in the darkness. I had my head on a swivel, worried that this was some kind of trap. I decided it was not my business to figure out what was going on.
Oh, you should have decided
So
that
I
at
made
first,
my way
buddy.
back to my truck.
Should have decided that at first.
Just then, I heard a crunch from the left. I whipped around, trying to see what was there. I stood there, waiting to hear another sound. After about 30 seconds, there was another crunch, but this time from the opposite side of the road. My survival instincts kicked in, and I sprinted towards the truck. I jumped into the front seat, but just before I slammed the door, I heard a child scream.
Fun run, fun run.
I froze, my heart bursting out of my chest. I was caught in a crossroads. I wasn't going to fight some random people in the pitch black woods, but I couldn't just abandon some helpless kids either.
I ain't gonna lie,
Before I could make a decision, another almost identical child's scream rang out.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy, but you know when I think about it, bro, nigga, it ain't my kid. I'm sorry, bro, but it ain't mine. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, bro. When it comes to you and me, I gotta choose me. Like, sorry, little buddy. Sorry. You know, got in that bitch and took off.
Without thinking, I
fucked
turned
up.
the truck on.
I ain't gonna lie,
and
bro. I
pointed
would've
its
just been
nose
honest,
toward
though.
the spot in the woods where I heard the noise.
We've been honest, though.
My headlights lit up about 30 yards into the woods.
I would have been
There
hurt.
were
I
three
ain't gonna lie, I
or
would have been
four
sad
people,
for him.
one of whom was holding a massive
Dead
speaker.
ass.
They ducked behind a couple trees as my truck lit them up, but I had exposed them for just enough time to make out what they were doing. They hid from the light before I could really make out any distinctive features, but I swear on my old man David's grave, they were holding up a speaker, trying to lure me into the woods with a fake kid screaming. I was just in shock. I just sat there, staring at the trees those people had just hid behind.
See,
I
would have chose right anyways, bro. It wasn't really no kids, bro. They trying to run a game and shit, bro. Ain't really no kids, bro. You feel me? They had a speaker, twin. You know what I'm saying? See, I would have chose me anyway.
From my phone to call the police, but before I finished dialing, I heard a thump from the body of the truck. Someone had thrown something from the other direction. I was done. I turned back to face the road and slammed on the gas. As I sped off, I could make out a person on the other side of the road. He shouted something I couldn't understand before launching something at the truck that cracked the glass of my passenger side window. I drove the final hour in silence. I was too scared to process what had just happened, but there was no way in hell I was stopping to sleep in those woods. I completed my delivery and then knocked out. I must have slept for 10 hours straight. When I woke up, the first thing I did was call the police, who told me they'd investigate those woods and give me any updates.
Already been 10 hours
I thought
over.
about the whole thing and how stupid I was to get out of my truck. I should have just minded my own business.
Yep.
But the thought of some kids being kidnapped or worse was just too much for me to ignore.
You still tripping.
To this day, I still have no idea what those people were trying to do.
That's what you get for
I don't
being
know
a
why they
detective.
didn't just rush me when they had the chance.
Keep the
or what
fuck
they were
going.
planning to do to me if I ran out in the woods after the kids screaming. In all my years of being a trucker, nothing has ever come close to being as strange or downright terrifying as this experience.
Don't try to tell you, but keep the fuck going, boy. Y'all learn, bro. Y'all learn, bro. This ain't no detective world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be Captain Saber, motherfucker, man. Be Captain Saber yourself. That what we gonna Captain Save Yourself. That's what it's gonna be named, bro. Captain Save Yourself. For real, bro. Like, y'all be tripping, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If y'all like that video, though, make sure y'all boy like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Kid Free. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because it's free. Got a song dropping Friday, nigga. I need y'all to go save it. It's gonna be on all platforms. It's called In My Head, bro. Y'all gonna fuck with it. I appreciate all the love and support, man. And I'm out, bro. More of the story, nigga. Captain Save Yourself, nigga.